Episode 8, The Lie of the Land. The final parts of the Monks trilogy. Series of 3 episodes, starting with Extremis, going through the pyramid at the end of the world, and ending with The Lie of the Land. In this particular episode, Bill has handed over control of the world to the monks. The Doctor has seemingly allied himself with the monks, although he now has a sight back. Sorry, I've got hiccups. And Bill has to try and hold on to the memory of the world past, and has to try and help figure out a way in order to get the world out of the monks' control and back to normal. I only had one small problem with this episode. Sorry. Once again, I only had one small problem with this episode, and it was the fact that the Doctor seems to have wasted another one of his regenerations. I mean, in his previous cycle, he only really wasted one, maybe two. One being when he had to transfer spare regeneration energy into his chopped off hand in order to keep himself as David Tennant, which, I mean, it was kind of good. And the other one was when he was Matt Smith, and he transferred some regeneration energy from himself into River to help heal her hand. However, Peter Capaldi's Doctor seems to have wasted 2 regenerations already. One that he was tricked into giving by Davros, and the other one being in this episode. So he seems to have already wasted at least 1 regeneration, possibly 2, before he's even changed. On the other hand, this episode I feel is a good one. The previous episode I felt at the end had a kind of premise similar to Turn Left, whereas this episode I felt was kind of like the Series 3 episode Last of the Time Lords. It showed people in great power and using their power corruptly, and how the Doctor and his companion had to kind of face off against a world that was a lie, an alternate timeline, and try and set things right. The episode I feel is good. I mean, the conclusion in which Bill uses the memory she has created of her mum in order to kind of erase the monks, or the memory of the monks from the timeline, and make people see things as they really are. I do wonder if it may have been a little better if people had remembered the monks, but then in all the show they only really remembered one thing, and that was the Sycorax invasion back in 2005. That's the only one of which they didn't actually try any retroactive continuity, like erase it or say nothing has happened. Although there was also the Daleks back in 2008, to which everyone should remember, although Amy Pond didn't remember that one. I mean, yeah, this is another case of stuff happened, and then when asked what happened, the human base just basically goes, yeah, we thought they were filming something. Which is a little bit cheap, but you know what? It's a good episode. While Extremis I found a little bit confusing until I resaw it the second time around, and the pyramid at the end of the world I thought was kind of quite suspenseful. This one I feel wraps up the monks trilogy nicely. And will we get to see the monks again at some point? No, probably not. They'll probably go off and try and find a way to what's the word? Let's just say control another planet. I mean, I kind of felt they were similar to the Silence, i.e. manipulating people in order to gain control of the planet. Yeah, they had a kind of similar design as well, with long fingers, and you don't necessarily see them speak, even though you can hear them. But, good episode. I mean, they're a perfect kind of middle of the series villain. Middle of the series, multiple parts villain, like we had with the Beast, the Slitheen, the Scarecrows. they're they're a good middle of the series villain, and apparently next week we're due to have the return of Mark Gatiss and the Ice Warriors, which we haven't seen since we haven't seen kind of the main focus of an episode since 2013, which should be interesting to see. The plot supposedly is ripped from a book that already exists out there of who's the invading species. So yeah, it should be interesting to see. Overall, The Lie of the Land, it's a good episode. It's not the best, but it's far from the worst. And I think it's a good ending to that particular storyline. That's all for now. Sorry about the hiccups. See ya.